Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to day 6 of Unified Preparatory Meditation Sessions for Unified 2026. We are here with a very big step, deepening our awareness, increasing concentration, increasing the strength to be a witness, to be an observer. Every meditation practice, and we are just improving on that, on these things. So definitely there's a need, because what we think, they become our words. What we speak through word, we create actions. With actions, repeated actions, we create our habit. And then that becomes our nature, character. So we have to be very aware at the very beginning of this thought. Without that, we cannot progress further. All our words spoken will be just without any intended action. It will be just like out of nowhere, just I felt like, and I reacted. So that action will be a reaction to something. So to overcome or to master that reaction, we don't want to react, we want to respond. We all know that. Witnessing these sensations, even when it is growing to its peak, is a practice that we are developing. We are developing our nature to be a witness and not to react. And by doing this practice again and again, every time we do, consciously, through this sitting in meditation, 1 hour morning, 1 hour evening, we will be able to create that space where anything happens, instead of right away speaking, whenever we speak right away, there is a reaction. If we take a pause and we see within, check yourself, and then the words will change. You will speak, but the intensity will be different. So that is in our control for any situation. And it is impossible if we do not meditate, if we do not practice this awareness throughout the meditation, where we are observing our thought and not running away from it, not saying that, oh my God, complaining. We are stepping back. We are allowing things to happen, not cutting. And also, by witnessing what we observe or what we learned through our experience, that anything that we observe, it changes. So this is the power. Being an observer is a power. We also give ourselves space to act whatever it is, without definition of good and bad, without defining it as good and bad. We can just act out of that space where I am aware. And then whatever happens, I would know if I got angry. I would know if I got jealous. I would know what happened inside me, if I am fearful or hateful. And once I know that, it is very easy to rectify. So that is how we process our thoughts. That is part of unified. But here, I cannot emphasize the need of practicing meditation, consciously sitting every day, twice a day, especially for this month, because we are getting ready for 6 months of journey where we won't get group and time to meditate, but we will just sit together and practice. And for that, we have to be ready. We have to be ready to that state where I can allow thoughts to come and go, and I can see, perceive, and know what came. So if we have a lot of thoughts, we cannot work with that. If we do not identify that I get some thoughts in my meditation, I cannot work with that. Or if I keep interfering my thoughts that this is good, this is bad, I should not say this, we cannot work, because they are hidden inside and they are trying to come out through life experience, but we are suppressing it all the time by becoming, because I want to be a good, that's our social conditioning, that I don't want to do anything wrong. So every time we meditate, we drop this mask. We know ourselves truly, what we are, without any willingness to change myself or change anything, not even breath. Just come to the space where you are able to see. So again, today we'll go into the meditation, and I would request all of you to do your own practice tomorrow before you come here. And then you guide yourself, because we are all at different states. Some are very easily going into meditation or meditative states. Some, they have racing thoughts and they should know what to do. Every time we have thought, first step is to take 5 or 6, 10 breaths consciously, forcefully, to become aware of the breath and body and come back. If there is something that there's a message through your thoughts, maybe you want to write it down, or you need to acknowledge those thoughts and then come back. Because mind is a tool. It is like a rough notebook, and there I am working. It is reminding me something. So, mind itself is not bad. We just need to tame it. We just need to train it and work with it. So, for that, allow the mind to speak and also be a companion, listen and work. If it is something that is very repetitive, it is draining your energy, making you frustrated, then look at that. What is it? And then come back to normal, natural, easy breath and try to be there. So as you keep observing the breath, you will see the thoughts are subsiding, breath is going shorter or coming to stillness. We will just watch that stillness, and then you will find some kind of sensation, heat or cold, some tingling or vibration. And then you be there for longer time. The smaller the area you will choose, you can stay there for longer. And then once you again get a thought and you know that you are in thought, just come back with a flowing breath, or wherever you are. If you are able to do that, just come back. But usually, we need to take some deep breath to cut that thought and then become aware of that present moment through our breath. So this is the simple practice that we all are doing for last 5-6 days. And uh, if we are comfortable with this, we can go ahead with a deeper process or deeper practice. Um, Basic is how to come back to breath again and again, and let this waves of thought settle down and just be there. So when we go into meditation, we also prepare our body by doing some body scan, top to bottom, bottom to top, for at least 5 minutes, so that I don't go in trance, so that my posture is balanced and still, and I can sit there for longer without moving. And if I feel any pain, I will just breathe into those areas and just stay still. You may like to touch that body part to give some love by touching, or through physical hand, or you can just keep your eyes closed and just do an inner rub or massage, just inner talk to that area, and then come back to the present moment again through the breath. Scan entire body, and then come back to your normal, natural, easy breath. So after you scan the body, you always feel that there are no thoughts and you're feeling very balanced and stable. Then just stay there. And the process is same. Whenever you get thought, come back to the moving breath, then settle down and watch the sensation. This week now, we are targeting this area. To observe the breath in this area, we really need to have no fan in the room. And because the feeling is so subtle, we want to just observe. Maybe the small hair is moving, or there's some air or some kind of heat, some kind of pressure. If we are feeling in that area, just stay there. When you see that the vibration is less, the sensation is less, you will be drifting all the time. So you'll have to call yourself back again and again and be there and keep watching. The sensation will grow on its own if we keep watching. Anything that we watch with full awareness, it will grow. It will multiply. That's how our life situation is. We say that, right? If there is negative situation, do not talk about it. Do not discuss. Do not keep churning it in your head. It will be more complicated. Let it settle down. Right? So don't give energy. So that's how it is. It is all this subtle experiences in meditation that we live outside. So we are setting up the foundation. So let us start going to our practice today. Whoever has joined today for the first time, I would request you to go back and watch the session from day one. And also, Hindi and English, there are two languages. We are doing the same program. Go back and you can experience both the sessions. And also, we are sharing small wisdom talk that you can listen and see if there is anything that you want to note for yourself. Okay. So let us go into meditation. Sit, if you're sitting on the floor, just do cross legs. Sitting on a chair, sit comfortably. If you are okay, just cross your legs over your ankles. All 10 fingers into fingers, hands in your lap. Take a slow, long, deep breath in and out. Gently allow your eyes to close. And just feel yourself at this point of time. The body from outside, all over, top to bottom. From inside, from your heart to your head and to the lower limb. Become aware of the shell and fill this shell with pure energies. So inhale deeply, slow and long, nose to head. Feel your ears, your face, your neck and shoulders, both the arms, the sides, the front and back, bottom. Exhale through your nose or mouth. Do it at your own pace. Inhale, slow and long, deep. And exhale. If you see any thoughts coming, breathe it out as you exhale, telling your mind that I'm getting ready for silence, for connection to myself. Come along with me and watch. Watch this breath. Inhale deep, slow and long. Take it to the lower body, below your bottom, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, foot, toes, and the sole of the foot. Feel the touch from the ground, Mother Earth. And exhale. Let this body become like a balloon to be filled with this fresh air fully. As you inhale, feel head to toe, and as you exhale, just release. I let go of old stagnant energies that doesn't serve me anymore. I flow freely and effortlessly. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, at this point of time, observe your chest. Let it expand fully as you inhale. Keep your shoulders fully expanded and open, your chest open. And also feel your jaws relaxed. I'm not biting on my tongue. And then again, one last time, inhale fully, filling your body completely with this fresh air, pure energies, and exhale. We are doing it consciously, how I want it. I am using this breath. And now I relax as I exhale. Repeat within or command yourself at your own pace. You will see you will not have any other thought, and you are totally engaged with yourself. Now scan your body final one more time. From your nose to head, feel entire skull and the root of the hair, entire scalp. Completely feel that head area behind, and completely feel your face from forehead to chin, front. Now feel that space, this circle, whatever shape it is, as one. Now feel your ears on the sides, your neck. Go around with a gentle hand. You're putting it to its best position, making it completely relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Arms from top to elbow, to wrist, to palm, to tip of the fingers. Relaxed. From neck to chest, to upper abdomen, to lower, relax. Entire back from upper, mid or lower. The spinal column, relax. As you are sitting without support, feel the strength in your lower back and let your weight be distributed evenly. Now feel your bottom, your genitals, and feel it, make them relaxed. And your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, foot, toes, nails, and sole of the foot. Find your stability, your balance. From sole of the foot, come to the foot, toes and ankles, calves, knees, thighs, bottom, bottom to up, front and back, to the shoulders, from fingertips to palm, to arms, to neck, from chin to the forehead and the back of the head. Both the sides from the ears, bottom to top. Come and sit here on the top and find that balance and stillness. Now gently from the top of the head come to your nose area, the triangle. And come to the tip of the nose, to the ring of the nose. Now feel that breath. Observe this breath as you inhale or the inhalation that is happening. Just watch it closely, even if it is subtle. You become the subtler. You see a thought, you know what to do. Drifted. Come back to the breath. Just stay still. No visualization. No movies. No images. No pending chores. No to-do list. No planning. And no solution finding at this point of time. Just become this pure awareness with as you have become so still So calm. Without any without any object to hold on to. No breath, no sensation, pure awareness. No thoughts. But don't go in trance. Just witness. Got yourself in thoughts? Do not get attached to this state. Breathe again and become aware of your breath. Come to your nostril and see your breath in this nose area. Completely keep your awareness in this area. Forget about the body. If you are getting any sensation, any pain from your body, just let it be. As if you have closed your eyes. Still from there you're seeing, you know where the nose is. And you're completely feeling this breath. Let my voice become one with the air and let it subside inside you. When you can't feel your breath anymore, become aware of that still energies in the same area. The sensation over your nose, outside the nose area, from the tip of the nose to the top of the nose. Go deep into it. Watch it closely. Do not worry if you are getting images and thoughts along with your awareness. Just let them come and go and be present here. We are not interacting or recognizing the thoughts. Just see your breath. Or the stillness. Come to the tip of the nose. Now beneath the nostril. Draw a little triangle on your upper lip below the nose. And now feel this triangle, little triangle. The pressure of the breath. Whenever you feel like, do a deep breath and relax yourself. And then come back to this area again. Drifted again. Check yourself. Feel this sweeping movement of air on your upper lip as you exhale. You breathe out. The warmth of the air touching this area, this little area. As you inhale, cool air touching the same, making its way. Just stay in this triangle, little triangle on your upper lips. You would see there is a gap. The variation As the air goes in and out, totally uncertain, unpredictable, watching this pure energies, the sensation as it is changing moment by moment. If you feel like itching, just watch, see as it is. No matter what happens, no need to be panicked. Every panic moment is the seed to create more of such moments. So it is very important that we learn to see as it is. No need to wear any frame of glasses to see this breath. No beliefs. Just seeing what is happening as it is. Without feeling the urge to run away or restless. No manipulation, no visualization. Put these reminders and just become that pure observer, a witness. If you can't stay or find this little triangle, be with your breath and find that stillness point where the sensation is the weakest. And stay there. Enjoy the stillness. Do not hesitate to breathe deep. Do not hesitate to call upon your guard that you drifted away. If you are feeling too heat or cold in this little triangle underneath your nose, go inside it. Penetrate deep. The burning feels like the heat, feels like every cell is vibrating, like prickling. Maybe you are breathing from only one side. So only one side of under the nostril you are feeling this. And underneath the one nostril, you have a different feeling. Just be a key observer, pure observer. It's not difficult. As if you are wearing magnifying glasses, zooming in, slowing down, zooming in, slowing down. You know how it is difficult? Why? We are in a situation like we are standing on the top of the mountain and watching the foot of the mountain, where the mountain is too high. It is always difficult. But do not give up. It is there. A very strong tool that we are developing. Heightened awareness. Be patient. Be determined. And dig deeper. Gently. Bring complete feeling. Feel this space. Feel this time. Be alert. Just become aware of your posture at this point of time. Maybe you are bending forward or hunching, and your chest is crunched. So take a deep in breath and let your chest expand, as if that heat, that tingling sensation on your upper lips, allow it to slide down to your heart center, at the center of your chest. Maybe beneath the mountain you are digging, and taking this awareness without touching. Take your awareness to the center of your chest. And you are breathing, and you are watching. You are feeling too. Expand your chest fully open. Open it wide, but keep it relaxed. Watching every breath rubbing this area from inside. Feel that sensation from within. If you find it difficult, Just bring 2 fingers and apply it on that center. And feel the touch of that two fingers in this chest, the center. Feel from outside, feel from within. Keep breathing normally, but keep your awareness in underneath these 2 fingers. Do a deep in breath and out breath and relax yourself. Don't feel disappointed if you can't feel anything. It is there, and we are getting there. It is just less than a week. We are practicing. Throughout the day, keep coming to this awareness of your heart center. Touch your heart space or the center of the chest with 2 fingers or both the palms and sit comfortably in that feeling. Now breathe in and breathe out. Completely feel your body from head to toe. The energies that you feel on top of your head and your face, allow it to flow down throughout the body, carried towards the sole of the foot, part by part. Scan the body top to bottom. Keep coming from top to bottom. Sweep yourself from head to toe, as if you're drinking these energies, and it is reaching to each and every cell of the body, and the entire body feels like the boundaries are the sensations, the difference in the temperature, that gives me individuality in this body. Now bring both your palms and put it over your heart area. Breathe in deep, inhale and exhale 4 or 5 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you're getting thoughts, you can repeat these words. Inhale for 5 seconds and exhale for 5. For 5 times. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Now feel yourself vibrating. Any vibration from within, at your core, at your center. Truly feel yourself. Feel that love you are. And send love to all the faces who came in your session today, in this meditation session. If needed, send thought of forgiveness, send love. If needed, just send love and gratitude. Now rest your hands in your lap. Thank this body, this beautiful breath, and your lovely mind for being your companion today. Thanks to this beautiful group energies that helped us to be settled, to be calm, to be peaceful. At this point of time, if you feel like lying down, you can do so. If you want to come out of the meditation, gently bring both the palms and put it over your closed eyes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blink open your eyes underneath your palm and welcome back. Take your time, sip some water to settle down, to integrate these energies, become flowing. Thank you all for filling up the form. I hope you know where you are today. And we will keep upgrading the records as we progress through our practice. I would like to welcome Shailesh ji.
Thank you. Thank you. Today's meditation was not just deep, it was actually taking me into trance. I was struggling to stay conscious today in this meditation. I don't know how is the experience of others today.
The morning
So,
also it was like that, and now also I felt you don't even need breath, you don't even need sensation. You are just there as pure awareness, and you are still aware.
yes. Awareness, in between, I was going deep, but later on, I was back, I was able to very quickly understand that you wanted to finish the meditation, all those steps, right? So I was able to catch it quickly. So that much awareness I was in back again. But in between, I was struggling actually. Yeah.
These are real healing that is happening from like inner cleansing, or so that
Yes.
we become more aware, more still, more calm. When we look at ourselves, we are not afraid what I'm seeing in me. What kind of surprise I have. I'm keeping it secret so far.
Yes. Good.
So
So,
actually, the
anyone
quote I
else would like
started
to
with
say?
today,
Mm,
we all know
mm,
that, that thought becomes our words. And that came because I was just listening to Shailesh talk on power of word that I shared with you all. And it's actually Buddha's words when he said that, watch your thoughts, they become your action, your habit, and then it becomes your character. And then people identify with you, that identify you with that, then it's very difficult for you to change because others will keep reminding you. So be a witness of yourself, and then it becomes easy. Thanks to the law of nature, the law of impermanence, and the law of observer. Um, this is amazing. The science
So,
tells so much, so it's easy for us to understand this way.
mm, so Buddha's wisdom coming through a Buddha. All of you can enjoy what we talked. Actually, when you listen to some of those, these are, I think, 3 or 4 years old recording. I think 3 years old recordings of what we used to discuss in those days prior to our unified days, right? So when you listen to that, you will find that it is all aligned with unified. Already we were aligned in our thinking process. We were already aligned. And most of the things, when I listen to all that, I also listen together with all of you with that much of same amount of surprise. Oh my God, did I speak like that? And then I also enjoy the content that got delivered through me at that time. So yeah, there's a lot. Um, in the talk today, um, as Preeti already touched upon the topic about the power of our words. So I would like to just add a few things there. When it's in it's just an understanding. Now what we are going to now next few days, we will bring our awareness to our own patterns which we have been engaged in unconsciously. So when we were not in awareness, without the awareness, how were we doing? What were we doing? So we are going to talk about some of those things which are critical to us. And then now in awareness, what can you do about it? When you are now learning to be aware, how will you deal with such of those things? So the very first thing is talking. When we speak, when we react, anybody who's reacting is actually reacting because of not being in awareness. Reaction only happens when we are not in awareness. We are not aware of the thoughts. Then we react, right? But if we are aware of our thoughts, ongoing thoughts, we are able to control them before they become words. Before they become a reaction, we can actually control them, and then it will become a response. A response coming from my aware being, the one who has now understood the thought and determined whether I even need to respond. The very first thing I always ask, is there something that I need to talk about, or should I just keep quiet? And 90% of the cases, I'm just keeping quiet. There is really no need to talk most of the time. So becoming aware of your thoughts helps you modulate your words. So your response becomes much more intelligent, much more appropriate, much more timely. So This is what awareness does to us. So in our ignorance, being unaware, we just out of habit, we just keep speaking. That is what we can now check. Well, okay, what is that thought that's going on in me? And when you know your thought, you also know what will come out of your mouth. You already know it before it comes out. So you can catch it in the root. This is the power of awareness. And we all know our words are extremely powerful because our words are our communication to the universe. Through our words only we tell the universe, well, this is what I want. This is how I see things. That communication is actually true, the real communication. You will definitely have a question, why will universe listen to everything I speak? Right? Think about it. Universe does listen to everything that you speak. Actually, even if it doesn't come out of your mouth, if it is here, also is being observed by the universe, because we are integral. We are integral to the mother nature. We are integral part of that. So anything happening in us is observed everywhere in the nature. Thoughts also. When we bring them out, that is only confirmation of our persuasion of that thought. Right? So when we say something, you remember the example that Preeti gave the other day from that movie PK. The same word can be said in so many ways. That means it's not just the word, it's also the intention behind the word. The feeling that is carried by the word changes the complete effect of the word. So every communication coming out of the mouth is a composite signal going to somebody else. So it's not just the word with a meaning. The meaning changes with intention. Right? The way we say it changes the impact on the person who is listening. So that is another level of awareness that we have to carry. So when we know our thought, like, so if I say, for example, I know my state is of anger. I am in an angry mood and something comes and triggers me. Now, having that state, the understanding of that state, I will immediately be able to see what kind of response will come out. Even though, let's say I am saying, sit down. I have to say, tell somebody, sit down. Very simple. Right? With an angry state of mind, my tone will be, sit down. Right? But if I am in a happy state of mind, I may say, please sit down. The same thing. But the person is receiving very different feeling, very different impact. So being careful about what we say is very important, because it creates the event, it creates the actual happening around us. And we say something, so like if I have said something in anger to this person who's coming in, I'm kind of shouting at him to sit down. Imagine my rest of the interaction, let's say he is there for 10 minutes with me. That 10 minutes will be very heavy on that person and me. So that experience getting created is dependent on how I addressed it. Right? So that experience will tell my being, well, if I speak like this is what happens. This is a learning. My learning and the other person has a different learning. So our words, when we are in awareness, then I know I am in an angry state of mind. I may, instead of saying sit down, I may just keep quiet, because I know when I speak it is going to be bad. So I just keep quiet, right? And maybe just point the person to a chair by a gesture. So understanding that my state, when I am in awareness of my state, I can change the experience. That's how powerful it is. So being in awareness is that important. So we will constantly be like, all these practices of meditations are aimed at becoming aware of the activities going on in our head. Once we are aware of that, lot of our actually every experience can be changed.
So awareness
Then
as
we
an observer, right? Not
ah,
interpreter all the time, just an
ah,
observer. So the practice, I am understanding observer more and more when we know that, okay, I'm speaking from that anger state. So I know that I'm speaking from that anger state and not doing anything, but I know that is coming from anger. I would be able to identify, okay, the other person is coming from the same anger space. And then, it becomes like a, okay, common notion, like it doesn't bite anymore. So that is where we are leading to. So I see people who do not meditate. Many times we just talk lightly, casually, candidly, and we make like, jokes are fun, and that's how we speak unnecessarily, speaking, uttering things, and just thinking, okay, nothing happens when we say. Everything is just like um nothing happens actually. You have to work hard to gain. There's no pain, no gain kind of thing. People think there's some different way of creation, but at this point also we are creating those uh, wasteful moment, I would say, comparing yourself with
Preeti,
cockroach or anything.
Preeti,
Yes.
can I add one? Communication I mentioned before. I
Yeah,
just
sure,
want to
sure.
ask the Shailishi opinion as well. Atmabandhan, Shailishi, Preeti, all the masters. Shailishi, even a speaker said mindfully, but the receiver listener
hmm.
would be receiving anger mode. You don't
Mhm.
have a control,
Oh,
right?
oh yes, yes, yes,
And then,
absolutely.
yeah, how are you going to respond? I mean, you are doing really nice, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like a
Yes,
mridubhashi, right? You are fully
yes,
mindful. But the
right.
receiving in, if the person is anger, and then 24 hours, he has a, trigger
Mm.
something, and then he not taking as what you deliver. So
Correct.
I was thinking in the communication, that's a speaker responsibility. First
Mm.
word when you deliver, that you can see the response receiver in, and you have
Mm.
to modify. That's your responsibility, not the listener's responsibility. You have to be observe and monitor what he's saying. That's why
It is
the communication is so deeper level.
it is difficult. It is very difficult to understand what's going on in the mind of the listener.
Listener, yes.
It may not always be obvious, right? Sometimes yes,
Mhm.
but not
Mhm.
always, right? So we cannot modulate our speech based on that always. Sometimes yes, you can, but not always. So where
That's
is the
why there's a
control?
listening skill also, right? People come with
Mm.
prejudices and all that, so we can't really gain that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listener will have a different experience, and the sayer, the one who has said, will have a different experience. They will both. So, like if I'm saying something with happiness and the listener is in an angry mode, I am enjoying my talk, right? I enjoyed my communication.
Mhm.
I'm happy. The other person has taken it the otherwise.
Yes.
But whose experience went bad? Whose the listener's
Listener.
experience
Listener.
will be
Mhm.
will be based on their state of mind, their level of
Yes.
awareness, right? And all of us have the same thing. We have been in that mode also, right? Where we
Yes.
were not even aware, we were not even aware that we are in anger. We the anger is another big topic. Resentment is what we call it, right? So when we carry anger longer time, it becomes resentment,
Yeah.
right? So what happens is, supposing let's say something happened today and you are very angry. That anger you are not able to express, so you hold on to the anger. Now you are not letting it go, you are holding on to it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. In 3 4 days, what is happening? That anger hasn't gone out. That it's tremendous amount of energy which you have suppressed within. You are hanging on to
Yes.
it, but externally it is not obvious. It's not visible because naturally for 4 days you can't keep your eyebrows like that, right? They will,
Yeah.
you will settle down, you will start externally behaving normally, etc. But inside you are still carrying that bomb, right? In this state comes Shaileshji cuts a joke. That
Mhm.
bomb could explode actually.
Yes.
If it hits that bomb, it will explode,
Mhm.
right? So the issue is that that person who is carrying it for 5 6 days or maybe 1 year, I mean, like, if it's not released it will stay for years.
Yes.
What happens? That person who is carrying it is a walking bomb. Remember that anybody who is holding
Yeah.
on to resentment is a walking bomb which can explode anytime, anywhere. So the holding on to anger part, the resentment part, is something that is happening in unawareness. If you are aware, you won't even hang on to it.
Yes.
The primary
Absolutely.
cause
That
of
is why
hanging
it's a
on
gift
to,
of meditation, right? The only
ah,
way to develop that
Yes.
awareness is through meditation. There's no other way. But I
Awareness.
agree
yeah,
to Kumarji to this point that it's a speaker responsibility to clarify the topic. But once who delivers, he delivers at his best. And then that is why we come to the point where we experience sharing and ask questions
yeah,
where we can go deeper, dig deeper. And then at that time, the deeper wisdom opens as the question arises, right? So that is there. So yeah, there
Yeah.
are two types of speaking. One is like full with intensity, where thoughts and feelings are involved, and then it takes the form of words, and then we act or react, we respond, um, and for a meditator who is coming to this state of awareness where the feeling is always there, where um, the sensitivity is high, at that point of time, if you say a word of blessings, it will bloom, or if you say a word of anger, it will become a curse. So that is why it is very much important that as we become a sadhak, we really become aware of our own thinking pattern and catch it. And now it's easy. It took me a very long time to understand how witnessing corrects my thinking, just by acceptance, just by not revolting or rejecting, just by not shutting myself down, or uh, you know that face of being nice or being good or being right or anything like that. That mask that I wear, if that drops and I'm okay, it's okay. Everything is settles down easily. The ego shatters easily, and then the true self speaks. Then we feel so much better from inside. That's what matters. For anything, the outer situation is same. The same word is coming to you, but it is not hitting hard that you are in coma for 2 days in a room with dim light. You're not eating, sleeping well.
mm,
It's
yes,
better, right? And that's up to us.
Yeah.
Carry the burden or
actually,
what? So very
yes,
deep topic, the power of word, but it always remember that it always starts either in an awareness or in we call it ignorance, or with awareness from thoughts. So we want to use it like a weapon, or we want to use it as a tool. We can use the
Yes.
words like that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Sally.
So
Thank
it's a
you.
like of application part of the awareness, right? We are developing awareness in our meditation, and then the application is in the real life.
Achalaji wants to say something.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this topic and what Pritiji said reminds me of this Amish story. Very quickly, if I may share, there was a murder, and this family's uh, parents, their son was dead, and they bring uh, food to the murderer when he was caught. and people were shocked. They were expecting the family to be angry, revengeful. Instead, they brought the murderer the food. And when they were asked, they said they could not imagine the anger that person must have felt, his mental condition, that he reacted that way. He deserves more compassion. It's a surprise story, but imagine recognition of that in that moment. If they had spoken in revengeful or more angrier way, it could have blasted in the murderer's mind to even more frustration or pain. So that recognition also, that of course doesn't justify, but the story is also be related to compassion. That when that anger is elevated and without noticing that, if some words are being said, that can act like a bomb. But at the same time, if it was a meditator realizing that peak of anger or a length of the time or whatever, responded in a kinder way, then that could diffuse at that time that anger. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this.
Ah,
Now, from this story, one very important thing that comes out is understanding the response of the family of the victim. What made them respond that way? Their inner state was peaceful. That's why they could respond this way.
Yes,
If they were carrying anger within, they would have also exploded. So
yes.
our inner state matters a lot. Our level of awareness matters a lot when a situation arises, how we will respond. So their response in this case very clearly speaks of their inner state.
Mhm.
The peacefulness that they were carrying in their head is what could have, otherwise it's not possible to have that compassion.
heightened level of
Yes,
compassion. And that
Yeah,
also, the one thing helps is that intelligence, that anything that comes out from my mouth, it first blesses me or curses me, myself. If I'm coming out of anger, my heart is filled with that angry, painful energies, heavy energies. And then first we fill ourselves, and then we become the vehicle. We pass it on. One is angry, the whole environment feels like dull. Then while the other shows anger in some way, and the tantrum the kid will show, and then there will be a chain.
right.
So that understanding, that intelligence is a good reminder. Oh, what am I, trading it with? Am I trading it with awareness, or and what I want to grow on? Why I want to fill myself with hatred and guilt and then pass it over? How to expand that peace and harmony? These are deeper realization. Definitely, it has to become through within, right? So maybe that
Maninder,
family is in that state.
Maninder ji has shared a beautiful experience here. today in the
Why
chat.
don't you
This
speak
is
and share?
exactly the same
Everybody
thing.
from YouTube
Yeah,
also get the
yeah,
experience.
yeah. Yes, you
Definitely,
can
this is
unmute.
what
Yeah.
is like slow transition.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't want to talk today, but you made me to.
Just maintain that
And
and we witness. It's not going to go away. It's going to be there inside you.
Yeah.
That's it.
yes, so it was like the experience of staying in awareness. I was aware all day long today. So we went for the grocery shopping and everything today. Sunday is the day, right? When you do it for the week. So somehow we decided let's go for dosa thing, and my kid used to always have puris there, puris and with chane, you know. And she was eating it, and after that, her hands were oily, and the spoon just slid away from her hand. And my husband said, "Shabash!" It's like a word with the feeling, right? That it's sarcasm, shabash, not the good one. So, and I was looking at her, and her hands are oily, so spoon. That's why spoon slid away. So after that, he understood. Then he helped her clean hands and everything. And said, you should also take care of what you're saying. I told him right away. So that was a tiny experience that I had today.
Hmm.
Just share that over there.
This is how important being in awareness is, right? When we are
Yes.
in awareness, our experience changes completely, and we can set the tone around us.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm.
we have to also be cognizant of one specific thing, that most of the people around us are not aware. We are amongst people who are not living in awareness. So we should anticipate they are all walking bombs as well, right? So
Another
we
thing
have
that
to.
Keeping guard
came
is
into my
important then.
notice was, yeah, yeah. Another thing that I noticed is we always point out mistakes of children, right?
Mhm.
Okay, you did this wrong. You did this wrong. We did not look at the whole situation, right? Not the whole situation, just a tiny one where the mistake was. That's it. And we become judge. Like Shailesh sir always says that who appoints you judge? No one.
The
So yeah.
our this kind of treatment of children that we do comes from our own treatment we received as a child,
Yes.
and we just
Yes.
repeat it, right? So this
We
is kind
don't
of
even just do it with children. We do it with everybody, with ourselves
uh,
also. We do not
uh,
see the big picture. Always pick one thing that I didn't do right and
yeah,
then crib about it and complain.
yes.
Mm.
And if you see
So
there's a saying that nothing is wrong, then seeing that point of appreciation or anything that is say okay, let it go is difficult. But that is what
Mhm.
is needed. It's a attitude have to be developed. Still, I'm not saying that I'm there, but yeah, definitely I know
Yeah.
and kind of working towards it.
It comes
yes,
really slowly. I don't know why. But I won't say that our parents did that mistake, but they were also brought up like that, right? Their
exactly.
parents also like brought up like that.
That's
So we
right.
should
Yes, yes.
understand it's a chain. That's why we
Uh,
got it. But
yeah.
now we know we
Uh,
shouldn't doing that. So it's a
we should
habit.
break
It
that.
will go away.
We can break the
Yes.
chain, right? We
Yes.
can break the
Yes.
chain.
Yeah.
So that's how beautiful this knowledge is. Learning
Hmm.
this and then applying it in our life makes everybody's experience around us filled with love. And we will be learning much more about it in unified course as well. But this is just a seed. We are just planting the basic thoughts, becoming aware, right? And awareness, how does it impact our day-to-day life? Right? So like one aspect pretty much every day we will pick up. Today we talked about our talking, how we talk, how we present ourselves to our own children. Children don't learn from our shouting. They
No.
learn from our behavior, how
Mm.
we
Yeah.
behave, right? So the same thing, we say something and not do that in front of the
Mm.
children, and they are watching that. So what are they learning? It is okay to lie. This is the learning they are having. We keep telling them never speak lies, always say the truth. We say that, but in front of them we are telling lies, and they know it. Right? So what is the message they are getting? That it's okay to tell lies,
Sure.
and that is what becomes our habit, our pattern. We learn to lie on everything. It's a easier way to escape.
Yeah.
So our behaviors are being, so generationally it's being transmitted. I call it disease being transmitted from generation to generation. That's why we become like our parents. This is how it happens. And it goes on generation to generation. So whenever someone in the generation wakes up, they then understands, oh my God, I got to break the chain. And that's the awareness we are talking of. So
Yeah, there is one thing
This is
that I wanted to mention. Oh, yeah. No, ma'am, go ahead.
no, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. So there's one thing. In our childhood, we got those bubble gums. Those get stick to our hairs or everywhere, right? And parents used to dislike that, right? They were like, this is this, and why are you having this all the time? You guys are becoming like buffaloes, right? Buffaloes do this all the time. And now my children loves to have that. And I'm always telling you guys are animals. You are eating this like buffaloes are having. Then one day my husband pointed out and said, see why our parents also did this with us. Are you going to do the same thing? I said, oh, I just realized and said, oh, yes. Mama, you
yeah.
usually don't let us eat those things, right? And whenever these guys wanted to have that, as I always say, this is pig's skin. You guys are not going to eat it. So intentionally, not sorry, unconsciously repeating those things that
Yes,
we were discussing previously.
correct.
Unintentionally repeating those things.
Yes.
That is why awareness is individual's tool. We have to carry it and develop it, sharpen it, and the beautiful way. I'm just finding this practice of meditation so beautiful, and it's like helping me go inside, even in crowd. I used to get engaged before when everybody around is talking. I am not speaking, but I am silently talking inside. Not as a rejection, but just that silent conversation. It means I'm not with myself, I'm with them. But then slowly, gradually, I'm seeing that I'm transitioning to a state where I am with myself, not in that conversation until and unless asked,
Yeah.
becoming aware of more of my breath and more of what I am doing, more of enjoying what I am doing, more of giving energy to what I am doing instead of being with somebody else. And this problem arises because these days we have open kitchen.
Oh yes.
Initially, if there is nobody in kitchen, you are cooking by yourself, and then how my mom used to cook, and she used to feel like, okay, everybody's enjoying there and I'm here. So I think this idea got developed, and today we have the TV on, and the things are gone, like people are talking and playing and everything is happening in that area, and we are cooking there. And if we are out there in our head, it's something that we are missing. We need to be watchful. So these practices will help you a lot. I mean, just this 1 hour and the talk that we do, it is to expand, like take this torchlight and walk now. You have to walk yourself. And it just takes time and little bit of effort and willingness. What a meditator life is, that definition has to be clearly set, which we shared in day one, that your personal or physical life has to get better. And we create a big wall as a meditator. And I too had that journey.
Yeah.
And gently seeing that wall melting away as time is passing by. People are settling in their own space, and still we are doing what we were doing and not poking each other and just being. And it teaches a lot. It teaches a lot. Without life experience, we don't learn. So I always trust, like, we should not suppress ourselves. The journey has to learn something. So it will leave its impact.
Yeah.
And without a little bit of nudge, we do not become aware. We keep sleeping.
True. There should be something which electrifies us,
So
and then we
true.
start doing.
Yeah. And it becomes so much easier for us to do it in a group setting, right? Together, when everybody is able to share their perspective of the same
Yes.
thought, right? We
Mhm.
learn from multiple ways, we look at the same thing, then we know it in totality.
Mhm.
And for
So
that, I
group
always come
discussions
to
are very helpful.
gratitude to Patriji that, we got this as a gift
Yes.
from him.
Yes.
That, now we are doing what we want to do, the way we want to do, not part of any organization, just by ourselves.
Mm.
We are us,
Yeah.
and we are all connected with you, and we can speak and share where people are, in that space, and sharing, learning to grow in that area, right?
Yeah.
So that companion is also a blessing, and it comes when you seek out.
True. We cannot thank enough him. It's not enough to thank him.
Yes, a little bit of experience sharing. Always, it is not difficult to always what to talk, to think and find out what to talk. Just take a topic and how you live and what you have learned. That becomes the wisdom. So our talk will sound like, okay, day-to-day life talk, but actually that's where our lesson is.
Yep. Very tiny things can teach you big lessons.
Yes, yes. We are in a social environment for a reason. This social environment where we are is our lab to do the practicals.
Mhm.
Right? In the lab, we have all these not just machines but also people. They are part of the lab equipment
Yes.
for us to do experiments. So we
And
have to
also,
now our use these resources available to us intelligently. So when you start becoming aware, start becoming aware of what does what, right? When you know that when I do this, this is what happens. Okay, let me check. So you trigger something on one of those props around you and then see what happens. And that's learning, right? This is our learning. So viewing our environment as our battlefield, or it should not be called battlefield, it's our playground, right? So consider it to be your playground, and now here you have the opportunity to learn through experiments.
when you're saying playground, I see ringa roses and a swing and a slide, and there are various like roller coaster. So you see how much awareness is needed. Everybody's playing their own game, and everybody's favorite is different, and you may have tendency to clash. Nobody
Mm.
is wrong. They're
Mm.
just having their own fun. Just now, such a beautiful line came. But what I wanted to
Wow.
add to the topic, since we're talking about the words, also there's one kind of word that is sarcasm. You just brought it in. Sarcasm is the message to universe that keep me confused.
Hmm.
Give me more confusing moment. I don't know what I feel like. I say something else, I do, or that's the most clashful, recognized clashful. I agree and I accept this confusing state for me, and that confusion, it doesn't leave us anywhere. It just drains our energy. You can't make one simple decision and then you feel fatigued. No energy for
I'm
life, no
saying,
willingness.
yeah, I'm saying something and meaning something else. That is sarcasm,
Mm.
right?
That is
When
when
words
we lose
don't
our
convey,
childhood.
yeah, and that's why the confusion, right? Universe says, okay, what do you really want? So, yes,
Yes. Yeah.
these
Thank
are
you, sir.
these
Universe
are
knows what you really want, but you don't know what you really want. And then you are inviting such situation.
these
Yeah,
are
that's why
subtle
sarcasm
aspects.
came, right?
Yeah.
This time I was flying from India and I got to watch this movie called maybe Inside Out or something. It's a cartoon movie for kids, and
Oh,
there
yeah.
it was showing
Mhm.
like how every emotion is triggering as the child is growing to teen and further.
Yeah.
So that's how we lose
That's
our
in the
innocence.
Inside Out too.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Inside Out.
I watch a lots of cartoon movies because my kids watch
They
them.
have very beautiful
So,
messages. They're simple, and like
yes.
they're trying to show the conscious and subconscious mind and how the emotions are triggering and how we are acting at the kid level if the kid is
Mm.
watching. Can you imagine that if that sinks since childhood, what it takes to?
Yeah.
And there is another one good one which came out last year, The Wild Robot. If anyone has watched that, it's
I have,
so good,
I went
so
with my
good.
son.
Yeah.
That robot developing heart. Mhm.
Yes.
The
And
feeling
then
of love.
developed the heart and then started living in a wild, and then things get starting to change. And
There was also one
she,
more, but I need to find out the name. There was one more also very good. Like the parents are fighting all the time, passing that energy. There was like that, and then they are like becoming the monsters because they fight so much.
Yeah.
and Preeti ma'am, thank you so much for that sticky.
And
Check yourself. Ooh, that worked a lot. Really good.
one day it was the time of blessing for myself when I was in very bad state, like surrounding. And then I just saw myself, where am I? I need to come to my breath. Then I saw I was already in my breath. It's very difficult to say because outside something else, but when you go inside, you find you are always already there.
That's actually really good tip.
Good. Yes. We will continue to share such tools with you, such stickies. Every session you will find some.
Wonderful,
Good.
sir. Wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
All right. So, yeah, if there's nothing else to share today, we
We'll
can
close here. Yeah.
conclude the session for now and be back here again
Sheila ji is
tomorrow.
asking which movie. Yes, there's a movie Inside Out 2, I think. I didn't know that's the part 2. I watched in the plane. I usually don't watch. I better sleep all the time. But this time somehow I think that I got attracted to that. It was nice actually.
Okay. All right.
Thank
So,
you.
thank you,
Yeah.
masters.